What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we're doing things a little bit differently. We're gonna be comparing which owners of these different devices is walking around with the best overall experience. But before we get started, today's video is sponsored by Omaze, and I'm actually partnering up with them to give away a brand new 2020 Tesla Model S Performance and $20,000 cash. And Omaze does these amazing giveaways while also supporting nonprofits. And our nonprofit for today's video is Give Power. And Give Power uses solar power to give energy and clean water to regions that need it all over the world. Celicia actually won the last giveaway and won a Tesla Model X, lucky her. If you guys wanna learn more, I'll have more information at the end of this video. But if you wanna get to donating, you wanna head over to omaze.com/UAC. So you can donate there, and I'll have the links down below in the description. But let's get started on this comparison. And what we've got going on over here is we've got some of the most popular smartphones out right now and the matching earbuds to go with them. And today we're gonna be comparing these guys, but not just the devices. We're gonna be comparing the people who actually picked this up and bought them. And we're gonna see if Apple fanboys are winning, the Galaxy fanboys, or maybe those low-key Pixel users have the best experience. Now, can we be real for a second and come take a look at these combinations over here? Which do you guys think are the best looking pair? Now, don't judge the iPhone. We all know what an iPhone AirPod Pro case looks like. I have a little case on mine, but we all know this is just like a white case inside of here. I personally really like the vibe of the Note 20. I think it looks really clean. I would honestly prefer it in another color maybe. I think the black would be ideal. And yes, I do know that these look like beans, but it is what it is, you know, that's what the new design is. I do think it's a very interesting design. It might not look super cool outside of the ear, but the way it functions is awesome. The iPhone and the AirPods, they don't really match. Maybe if I went with a white iPhone, it'd probably look a little bit better. But as of right now, there's no real continuity between those. And the Pixel, I think, actually does a pretty good job at keeping the same aesthetic in line. It's a bit more low-key, a bit more minimalistic, but the aesthetics do match. So the Galaxy and Pixel users have that down, but honestly, that's not like a big deal. It's just a little something that gives you a fuzzy feeling inside, like, yeah, my stuff matches. That's about it. But what does matter is how these fit in the ear and how they look, right? And don't let an audio file tell it, but that's actually really important to people. I think Galaxy users who pick up the Galaxy Buds Live are walking away with a pretty solid experience. In terms of the fit, for me, this was a complete shock. These things stay in my ear very, very well. We've never seen a design like this before with these beans. So I feel like the Galaxy users who pick up the Buds Live, even though they look like beans, they got very easy to use earbuds. You just pop them in. They're very secure, they stay in place. So I feel like the Galaxy user is pretty confident popping these in, going about their day. That's just in terms of the actual design. It's different, but I think it works. Now, when it comes to these AirPod Pros, we know what this experience is like, at least a lot of us do. You pop these in, they got the silicone tips, they stay in place very well. These are the only AirPods I could use. And honestly, when it comes to the design, listen, at first people made fun of what the AirPods used to look like. Now it is just like everyday culture. You see AirPods, it's no big deal whatsoever. Now, this doesn't work for everybody because these silicone tips, not everybody exactly likes them, but these for me personally work pretty well. And to add to the whole looks thing for like the Apple user, even though you're not winning any awards for some amazing looking earbuds, people will recognize AirPods and AirPod Pros. So if that gives you your jollies, or like, yeah, people know I'm rocking these Pros, you know, no broke boy over here, then, you know, you have that as well. I know there are lots of people walking around with these AirPod Pros feeling super confident, not winning any awards, but it is a status symbol for some people. Now, what about those 3 Pixel Buds users out there, right? They got these Pixel Buds that actually, I think, sit very, very well in the ear. They've got a pretty interesting design in which they have the silicone tips, we all know that, but they also have this little like wingtip, which is gonna help it stay inside of the ear. It's pretty low key. This white one, maybe not necessarily because of the white, but they do have like a black color option. I think they have a couple of other colors as well. Overall, it works. Very understated, quiet, minimal design. So in terms of the experience, I kind of feel like And I may be in the minority here, but I feel like the Galaxy Buds Live, the user experience here, just kind of popping them in the ear, having them stay in place, and the overall look, I feel like it's probably like the best just pop it in and start using it experience that I've seen so far. I really think Samsung did a good job. Jay, how do they look to you? Just like in my ear, straight up, how do they look to you?
If it's other color, I would prefer this.
Yeah, if it were another color, right? But let's imagine it's black, right? Let's just picture this being a black earbud. Does it look like a weird earbud in my ear?
Not weird, it's different.
Different.
Not like weird.
So I'm kind of feeling the ease of use with the Galaxy Buds Live. And honestly, not having to clean any silicone tips or anything is also a big plus. So in terms of like looks and ease of use to just pop them in the ear and comfort and that kind of stuff, I wanna go with the Galaxy Buds Live. Second for me would probably be like the Pixel Buds, and last would be the AirPods Pro. Now we know looks and the comfort, that kind of thing can be pretty subjective. So let's talk about something a bit more concrete, and that's the features as well as the integration with the phone that it's made for. So let's start off with like the iPhone. Like I feel like the iPhone kind of started it all with the AirPods, where you got that deep integration with the phone, which just made using it really simple. Now the AirPods probably started the whole pop the earbuds in their case open and have them automatically pop up on your screen kind of thing. It's been something each phone manufacturer has started to replicate ever since. And that's like one of the biggest draws for the AirPod. Just how easy it is to get it connected to your phone and then just start using them. You just pop it open, put them in your ear, no buttons to press, you just simply start using them. So that experience has not changed, but when it comes to the AirPods Pro, you get a few more features than that these days. So now they've introduced active noise canceling, which these do an excellent job of. And they've also got transparency mode, which allows you to hear what's going on around you. I can wholeheartedly say that this is the best experience I've had with transparency mode. Being able to hear things around me, it sounds so completely natural. So AirPods Pro users, when it comes to their active noise canceling, like they're shutting you out. And if they're using the transparency mode, it's like nothing's in their ears. But you also got cool things like being able to activate Siri by just calling out to her. The AirPods will pick it up. It'll be able to read text messages that come in, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of cool integrated stuff into the new AirPods Pro. I think the feature list might not be crazy long, but it does what it does really well. Apple users are definitely walking around confident that they're getting the experience they paid for. Now, I feel like the Pixel Buds are kind of in the same boat. You get that similar experience. You pop these open, your phone detects it, it's connected, you know, pretty simple stuff, right? But these are not, I would say, feature packed like the AirPods. They do what they do and they do it pretty decently. Now, Pixel Bud users are not walking around with active noise canceling. It doesn't have that here, but the passive noise canceling is pretty decent. Since it does have those silicone tips, you are able to get a seal and kind of block out things around you, especially if you got music going. It has a special feature called adaptive sound. It automatically adjusts the volume depending on your environment, so it's using those mics. I don't know of anybody who's really gonna turn that feature on. I would like to personally be in control of my volume at all times. That's like one of their unique features, I guess. But what they're really looking for here is the integration with Google Assistant. Now, that is kind of like the whole Pixel mindset, right? So instead of activating like a Google Home or something like that, you can just speak your commands into this, have it control smart lights, that kind of thing, ask it questions like what's the weather or how much traffic am I gonna encounter on my way to work. That kind of thing. The Google Assistant is the bread and butter of this. And something that's actually really impressive with these earbuds is the fact that you can use them to go ahead and like walk around places and have it translate different languages in real time. Jay, you know we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. So Jay speaks Mandarin, right? We're gonna show you guys what having access to information is like. This is what Pixel Bud users are able to pull off. So I could say something as simple as, help me speak Mandarin. So it just told me it's opening Google Translate. So I want to talk to Jay and say, where is the nearest coffee shop?
最近的咖啡店在哪里?
Okay, so now we're gonna have Jay speak into it and respond.
你为什么不问谷歌?
And it just translated in my ears. It says, why don't you ask Google? So Jay's a smart guy, okay? So he's being a smart aleck, all right? Jay, that's exactly what you said?
Yes.
Perfect. That's what these guys are looking for. That's the feature, the number one feature that they want access to. If you're rocking the Pixel, it's probably the camera. But that Google Assistant is also like right up there. Now, when it comes to these guys, the Galaxy Buds Live, very, very similar experience. You pop them open, they pop up on your screen, yada, yada. Samsung users are used to being able to do everything under the sun. They always get a ton of features, and that's no different here. Now, unlike the Pixel Buds or the AirPods that have like a little section in the settings app that lets you toggle stuff, this has a dedicated app. So this is the Wear app, where it allows you to basically just change a bunch of different stuff and do different things with the earbuds itself. You got active noise canceling. You can turn that on or off. So if you're a Galaxy Bud user walking around with these with active noise canceling on, you're kidding yourself. It does not work. It doesn't work well anyway. Now, Samsung does say that the active noise canceling on the Galaxy Buds Live is meant to kill the background noise, but let the world in still, by allowing you to still be able to hear things like voices, announcements, that kind of thing. So you're not completely shutting the world off. But I don't know, I think in execution and actually using it, it just really doesn't have a huge impact. But that is kind of what they were going for. Maybe just eliminating some sounds, but not everything. But ultimately, the user experience is that it just isn't really that effective. So with active noise canceling aside, you can do cool things with the Galaxy Buds that I wish you could do with the other earbuds, and that's mess around with this equalizer setting. So in case you don't like the sound that you're getting out of it, or maybe you just want to switch it up for a different kind of music, you have the ability to do that by just tapping on the kind of sound that you're looking for. If you want some clear sound, dynamic, you want to bump that bass up, you can actually go ahead and just do that right from this app, which I love it. I wish we could do that with the other ones. I know the average person probably just wants to pop these in the air, press play, listen to their music, and that's the end of it. But Samsung gives you options and options and options, and they always make it easy to do a little bit more if you want, with some of the features that they bake into their devices. In terms of like the touch controls, they're all pretty similar. They don't do that much. They can all activate their voice assistants, play and pause music, answer calls, that kind of thing. But the AirPods, they got these long stems that you kind of have to press to make anything happen. Not a fan of that. I think the other two have better controls than these guys over here. But in terms of integration with the actual phone, I think the AirPods do the best job. You'll see signs that you're using your AirPods just about everywhere. You guys can see AirPods Pro right here. If I tap that, you'll see that I'm connected. Don't judge the fact that Baby Shark is on my phone, please. Please guys, this is my life now. But like I said, the AirPods Pro, you can see like you got the symbol here, nice subtle touch that Apple does. And when you go into your volume control, you can see that it's AirPods Pro over here, but you also have those settings like noise cancellation and transparency mode. If it were just another pair of earbuds, you wouldn't have those options there. Now, what's also great about the AirPods is if you have multiple Apple devices, you can use those same AirPods with those. So if you're in like the Apple ecosystem, you can swap between different devices with no problem. You just go into the settings, simply tap the earbuds, they automatically pop up, they work. It's very, very simple because it's all tied to your iCloud account. And with the Galaxy Buds Live, you can pair an additional device, but it's not gonna be as seamless as a process as with the AirPods Pro. And when it comes to the Pixel Buds, if you wanna connect that to another device, you have to press the little button in the back. It'll pop up on like another Android device, and it'll be a pretty easy pairing process as well, but it's still not as cleanly integrated as something like the AirPods. So features and integration wise, I think the AirPods Pro kind of handle it the best. But after Apple users, I think Pixel Buds owners are walking away with the next best feature experience. Whereas with the Galaxy Buds Live, those users, they got a lot of features on their Wear app list. Not all of them are very useful. Noise canceling, game mode, that kind of stuff, those aren't very useful. It has options, but honestly, I don't think they're as powerful as what we're seeing with those two over there. So quality over quantity, I'd say. Now, when it comes to battery life, Apple users and Pixel users are pretty much in the same boat. You get that 4.5 to 5 hour battery life on a single charge, and you can get 24 hours total with the case. Actually, I think that the Galaxy Buds Live have the best battery life. With active noise canceling, you get about 6 hours of straight listening, but we don't want to use that active noise canceling, so you get 8 hours of total listening and 29 hours with the case. So I definitely say that these are the strongest in terms of the overall battery life. Now, the most important, let's talk about the sound quality. I'm gonna just straight up tell you, Apple users are getting the best experience. You get a fuller sound, you get great bass, vocals are clear. If you turn on the active noise canceling, you are only hearing your audio. Apple users are definitely walking the streets confident that they're having a good listening experience. And second for me are the Galaxy Buds Live users. These guys are gonna be walking away with pretty good sound quality that gets pretty loud. Vocals are pretty clear. For me, the only thing I wasn't super crazy about, these have pretty decent bass, not super strong or anything, but surprising for this kind of design. I would think that this kind of design, because it doesn't have like a silicone tip and it doesn't have like a really strong seal that the silicone tip offers, that you wouldn't really get great bass out of these, but I felt like the bass was pretty present. The sound wasn't as like full and rich as like the AirPods Pro, so that's why they're in number 2 for me. And last place, those Pixel Buds users, you know, you got your Google Assistant, but you don't exactly have the sound quality to back it. Sound is fine. I could walk around with those no problem for a long time. As a Pixel Bud user, I wouldn't be sitting here upset at the quality that I'm getting. I would be upset by the volume that it can produce though. When I have those at max volume, they sound comfortable. If you have it at max volume, you usually want that ceiling to be a little bit higher. You want to be at like 70% comfortably, 80% comfortably if you really want it loud. And if you're like in a crazy environment and you got to kick it up to 100%, or you know, you want to live that life, sure. But at 100%, they sound good, but that means there's no room for adding a little bit more in areas where you'll need it. Sound quality is not bad at all. You get decent bass, nothing crazy, vocals sound clear. It's a nice, regular sound, nothing to write home about. Now, when it comes to price, Pixel Buds users paid $180. The AirPods Pro users paid $250, while the Galaxy Buds Live $170. So the AirPods Pro is substantially more, but I mean, these iPhone users, man, they're willing to pay the price. And the fact that it works with multiple devices so easily, I don't think it's a hard pill to swallow. These do such a good job that I do think it warrants the price if you can afford it. But who's walking around with the best overall experience, right? That is the question. And for me, I gotta say, it's AirPod users. They've got a very, very smooth experience and you get a better sounding device. But when it comes to these two, Pixel users are picking those up as just regular earbuds with the ability to use Google Assistant and really take advantage of some of those cool features. Whereas the Galaxy users are picking these up because they got better sound quality. They've got like this interesting design. It looks kind of cool, and they got access to a few features as well that make the experience a little bit better. But I want to know what you guys think. I know you guys are gonna go nuts in the comment section because fanboys are a real thing on the internet, but go ahead, tell me what you think. This is not a comparison to say if you have an iPhone, go buy these or go buy those, or if you have a Galaxy, go buy this or that. It's just a straight up user experience. I want to know if you guys feel like what I said matches if you happen to be in one of these buckets. So let me know with a comment down below. But before we head on out, guys, if you want a chance at winning a brand new 2020 Tesla Model S Performance and $20,000 cash, you're gonna wanna head on over to amaze.com/UAC to enter. And if you use the code UAC50, you'll get an additional 50 entries. Then the best part is it helps nonprofits like Give Power. There's roughly 2.2 billion people out there who don't have access to clean water. Give Power, like I said before, uses deep solar to give energy, clean water, and light to regions who need it across the world. And they do some really awesome work to do things like remove salt from ocean water to provide clean drinking water for those really dry areas out in the world. So hurry up and head on over to amaze.com/UAC to donate and enter for your chance. But I wanna know what you guys think. Let me know with the comments down below about the different experiences. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be the cool guy or girl that gives it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.